I'm not losing weight as fast as I wanted to, and I started the year at a weight higher than I actually thought that I was. Like, this is stupid. I say one thing and then I make another change.
Y'all want to see my meat hole?
Hey, my name is Sandy. I'm 37 years old. I live in a small town with my husband and my dog, Miss Bacon. This is week number 7 of my weight loss journey.
Hey, good morning. I'm getting ready to start my work day. It's Monday, and I felt like my waist was looking smaller, and it was. I measured it, and I was 38 and 3/4 of an inch on my waist, which I haven't seen 38 at the beginning in a very long time. The last time I looked at my waist, which was, I believe, at the beginning of March, it was 39 and a half. So definitely down on some inflammation in my waist. Feeling good about that, especially because the scale isn't moving. I keep going back and forth between 237, 238, 239. The scale is just kind of bouncing up and down. I was hoping to get to 236 by the end of last week, but that I have not seen that number on the scale yet. I know it's just an artificial number, but still, I'll be happy when I see it.
I have a big work call starting here in a couple of minutes, big Zoom thing, but I just wanted to give a check in here. So yesterday was rough. Like 8 a.m. in the morning, my front of my forehead started to pound and I started to feel like kind of confused and disoriented a little bit. And I'm not somebody who gets migraines very often, but I had a wicked, wicked migraine yesterday. It was all on my left side from the top of my temple, and then throughout the day, it would just move from like the back of my skull to the front of my temple. And it was just painful. It was painful to think. It was painful to focus. It was painful to move at all because then, my blood would start pumping more and then it would just be more and more painful. I tried to just handle it with coffee and electrolytes and salt and pushing water, and that did not work. So finally, at about 3 in the afternoon, I took 2 Excedrin migraine, and then by about 7, the worst of it had passed, and I was able to kind of function and talk normally, but take it easy. But man, I am feeling for people that get migraines on a regular basis. It was an awful day yesterday. It hijacked my entire day. I couldn't get anything done. I had to quit working early, which even when I'm sick, I can work through being sick, but that I couldn't do anything, man. It was rough. I don't know if that is because of a bug that my husband brought home or if that is because I am going through maybe more keto flu. My keto rash has spread from something that's just on the trunk of my neck. I'm assuming it's keto rash to my face. I noticed on my eyelids, I'll put a picture up, these red freckle looking spots all over my eyelids and going past my eyebrows. You can't tell right now because of the lighting and I have on, makeup and powder and stuff, but um yeah, my body is going through it. So I don't know if that was keto flu related or if that was just a bug that my husband brought home because I'm also having some stomach issues too, some stomach pain, like stabbing pains in my stomach. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of let you know what was going on and be honest about what transitioning to keto might look like. or it could have just been a bug. But there's just been a lot of different weird stuff going on with my skin. I have an extraction tool and I have extracted the weirdest things from my face that I haven't really seen before. And so I know a lot of people talk about oxalate dumping and crystals and all that other stuff. I don't know what is going on with me, but I know something is happening with my skin. The breakouts down here have calmed down so much, which I'm really happy about, but it has been replaced with some other skin issues, which I'm assuming is going to pass here pretty soon. I did have a ton of energy the week before last, but last week moving into this week, I feel very tired. I think I'm moving into an adaptation period. I've probably burned off all of the excess glycogen that I had available, and now I truly am, my body is working and my brain is working on being fat adapted. And I've had some rough transitions moving to keto in the past. I'm eating, a total now at this point of net 20 carbs per day, essentially, which is keto numbers. And that'll be less when I quit eating keto snacks, which I'm going to finish what I have that's in my house. And then I'm just not going to buy any more. And so I'll probably be eating maybe around 10 carbs a day, depending if I eat any vegetables or not. So we'll just see. We'll just see. But yeah, not a lot of activity, mostly just really feeling it as far as adapting. Okay, I've got a work meeting starting here really soon. So I will talk to you guys later and give you another update. See ya. I have now started to freak myself out because I went on to Reddit. So I'm in the keto section of Reddit. Folks are talking about keto rash, and there were some websites that they had mentioned to go to. So I read the articles on both of these websites and kind of freaked me out. And then this is not what my keto rash looks like, by the way. So maybe it's not keto rash that I have. Let's look at these. Um, Yeah, it doesn't look like this. It's actually more just like it's not a web, it's the whole thing, but then there's like little jagged edges here at the base of my neck, but it is kind of like encircling my neck here, right? And then I have like red freckle spots on my eyelids moving above my eyebrows, but it doesn't look like this. So now I'm not sure. One thing I did read, and I went downstairs and immediately made myself another electrolyte drink. So this has some salt and keto chow in it, and a little bit of lime juice for flavor, and it's just water and stuff. And um, so it said to just like push electrolytes more, and so I already have my I have a lingering headache from the migraine I had yesterday. So I guess I'll just drink this very salty beverage I've made myself. I don't know. Hope that helps with the headache and hope that helps with the rash. Hey, I realize that I have been talking a lot about the negative aspects, but I want to be really honest about what's going on as I'm transitioning into eating really low carbs. But I was having an issue, a very difficult issue a couple of weeks ago with my hunger, and that's not nearly as much of an issue anymore. The hunger felt absolutely out of control, and I felt like it was something that was plaguing me, and that I was trying to battle it all day long, throughout the day. And that was really rough. And I'm like, is this going to be my life? Just feeling this constant sense of pangs in my stomach. Is this just what I need to get used to feeling for the rest of my life? And after my period was over, it definitely calmed down. So I think that it was a hormonal response, for sure. But I think, just this is a big shock to the body, which is so interesting because I felt like I was eating very low carbs or pretty low carbs beforehand. I was eating about 100 net carbs a day before I made this transition. And now I'm eating like 10 to 20 net carbs a day, which is extremely low. So I was already eating low carb, but I wasn't eating keto macros. And now I'm eating very, very low carb. And I'm still having a lot of responses to it. And this is not the first time that I've transitioned to keto. It's probably, I don't know, the fifth time that I've transitioned to a real strict, super low carb diet. And this is probably the strictest that I've been on, aside from that year that I ate carnivore. And even at that, I ate a lot of processed meat and a lot of dairy when I when I was carnivore for a year. But I am more focused on better quality food this time around. All of that to say, my hunger has improved. Like the feeling of being hungry all the time has improved so much. Right now, as I sit here, I'm reminded because I am hungry, but I'm about to eat dinner in like 30 minutes. So that makes sense. I have an appropriate amount of hunger. I'm eating twice a day and I'm eating 800 to 1,000 calories per meal typically. So I'm definitely getting enough calories to sustain me. I keep wondering if maybe I should eat until I'm actually satiated because I am eating mostly meat, but I don't know. I'm going back and forth with it. I have 11 days until the end of the month, and I'll wait until the end of March and decide at that point if I'm going to keep the calorie deficit at 2,100 calories or if I'm going to go down to 2,000 or if I'm going to make a max amount of calories that I'm okay with, that okay playing with, and maybe just take it by ear in the month of April and see what happens with my body and my weight if I allow myself to just eat as much meat as I want until I'm truly satiated to understand where that is. Maybe my body just went too long without getting the nutrients that it needed, and I should just do a reset and see what happens from there. I'd be lying if I said the reason I'm hesitant to do that is that I don't want to see the scale go up at all. I only want to see the scale go down. And I am conflicted if making that change is going to help me get to my ultimate goal for this year of getting to 199 pounds by December 31st. But that is also, it could be the change that's needed to actually really make that possible for me to reach that goal, but to also just be in better health and feel better in general. So I'll think on it. I haven't decided anything, but just thought I'd share my thoughts on what's kind of rolling around.
Good morning. I just woke up and it's almost 7:30, and usually I wake up between 5:30 and 6 a.m. I think I slept 9 or 10 hours. My body is doing some healing, and yeah, so it's just usually I give myself a hard time about sleeping in, but I think my body really needed it.
I've made so many changes in these past 7 weeks since I just got started. In the beginning, it was just like lowish carb and, calorie deficit. And now it's like completely changing the macros that I eat, almost carnivore, um, eating very low carbs. Like I think I had 7 carbohydrates yesterday. I'm going through an adaptation period, I'm pretty sure, with my skin having different reactions. A couple of weeks ago, I felt great. I was eating like probably a max of 40 to 50 carbs a day at the very most because keto snacks are also in the diet as well. Like a lot more than what I'm doing right now. I'm tapering off currently, but um I had like a ton of energy and I was getting good sleep and I was totally fine on like 7 hours of sleep at night. Last night I slept for like 9, 10 hours and could have continued to sleep. And so my body is just like going through it again. I think that my body is healing and, I have been watching a lot more carnivore content from Dr. Barry and Nisha and Kelly Hogan. And one of the doctors that came on to talk to Dr. Barry was talking about sucralose. And then I started to look more into sucralose. And sucralose is actually an ingredient that I drink every single morning. It is in this tub of stuff that I drink. I'll insert a video or a picture or something here in a minute of Early Bird. And so I've been drinking this stuff since 2020, maybe 2021, after it was recommended to me by my boss. And it has made the difference for me of being able to just like get up, get moving without like trying to battle through a bunch of head fog. I notoriously have been a terrible morning person. My husband, my close work friends, when I worked in an office, would say things like, leave Sandy alone until 9 a.m. Don't talk to Sandy until 9 a.m. And like even on the weekends when I would wake up in the morning, I would drink coffee and just be so snarky until I had some coffee in me. And so Early Bird has a little bit of caffeine in it and ashwagandha and a bunch of this other stuff. I think some electrolytes. And it just literally does help me perk up and be in a better mood, more of a morning person in the morning. And so the type that I'm drinking is a blood orange mimosa flavor, and that has sucralose in it. And then I went on their website today because I'm like, no, can I continue to drink this but without the sucralose? They do make a stevia version. So I'm thinking that if I don't just cut it out completely, I may just go to the stevia version. But that's kind of what's on my mind this morning is I might be shooting myself in the foot right now drinking sucralose every single morning. Like, is that the thing that has to change in order for me to see more rapid weight loss? I don't know. I'm not sure. I have 37 point something pounds to lose to reach my goal by the end of the year, and we're coming up on the beginning of April, so it's definitely possible, but at the same time, it's like I'm not losing weight as fast as I wanted to, and I started the year at a weight higher than I actually thought that I was.
A few moments later.
I say one thing and then I make another change. It's like okay, but as you continue to learn, like the speed of implementation is important. That's what I'm telling myself right now. All that to basically say, hold on, let me just show you. Let me just show you what I'm looking at. I'm specifically watching this video from Steak and Butter Gal. One thing they're talking about that's really running home with me right now is like feeling satiety. How this friend that she has on here has never felt satiety until she started eating to her fill point when she moved over to carnivore. And I'm still restricting calories, and the hunger has calmed down, but it's not. I haven't had a meal yet where I actually feel like I'm fully sated and I'm eating, anywhere between 1800 to 2100 calories a day. And so I'm wondering if I need to be eating more calories for my body to heal faster so that I can start to actually see weight loss faster. Is this that sometimes you need to slow down to speed up sort of situation? I don't know. But I'm about to go to lunch here in a minute and I'm going to eat my fill until I actually feel full and satiated. Not packed to the gills full, but full and satiated. And I don't know how many calories that's going to be. Um, it's like I feel scared about it. It's so dumb. I'd really like to just get rid of all this, all of that, So, right? Because like it doesn't, like we're created and we're not supposed to struggle with hunger like this. Like, this is stupid. So maybe if I just eat to my heart's content, meat, fatty meat, some butter, and we'll see how that goes, I guess.
I'm finally out of my office and doing something else because I got to make food. It's going to be lunch. I just told you in the other clip that I'm going to eat to my heart's content. So let's figure out what that's going to be. Um, let's go get those. Let's go get those food items. Okay, I got my food options. I have ribs that I smoked over the weekend. I have burger patties, and I have chuck roast that is cut up and ready to go in the air fryer. I think I'm going to do this for sure because just some red meat sounds really good. Pork ribs don't sound good right now, and the burger patties sound kind of good. So I think it's going to be the chuck roast and the burger patties. Do you guys want to see how I put my chuck roast into the air fryer? Let's see if I can figure out how to show you with the angles that we have. I don't know if this is illegal, but like I just put aluminum foil. I don't care if this is illegal, okay? I just put aluminum foil into my air fryer tub, and then I just take my steak bites, dump them in there. Get some tongs. We'll move them around a little bit. Just kind of get them situated in there. And my favorite seasoning of all is the Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse. So I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to put this in the air fryer at 400, just dead cold for 15 minutes. And that should cook it perfectly, or the way that I like it, like the perfect level of doneness that I like. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. There we go. I don't know how much that is. I didn't weigh anything. I'm not sure. But whatever it is, I'm going to make it and eat it. And then if that doesn't cut it, then I'm still going to weigh everything to see how many calories it's taking for me to get to my fill, like my heart's content. But I'm not going to allow myself to stop eating until I feel sated. That's really what the trick is here. So while that's cooking, I'm going to warm up a couple of these burger patties. And these are going to be like these are going to be my appetizer, I guess is what we're going to call it. So, oh yeah, I need to weigh these. Right now I'm feeling like 2, so that's 4.3 ounces of burger patty. So we'll warm those up and get them into the microwave. I'm a little bit scared. I don't want to gain weight. I think this is important to do, though. I think this is how we jumpstart my body healing. I think. That's my hypothesis. I don't know if I'm actually correct or not. So I've got the burger patties all warmed up. What I have been doing previously is putting ketchup and mustard on them, but for whatever reason, I was thinking butter. Okay, so I just finished my lunch and I had 8 ounces of chuck roast, 4 ounces of ground beef, and a tablespoon and a half of butter. I buttered like each bite essentially of the chuck roast, and I put a little bit of butter on the burger patties since I didn't put any other condiments on them to just give them a little bit more flavor. They're 80-20 burger patties, so they're not super fatty. And I'm sitting here right now and I'm feeling satiated, but I'm just checking to make sure that I really feel satiated and not hungry. And that equaled, by the way, about 1,000 calories, which is what I've been eating. But there wasn't any eggs. It was just meat and butter, and no pork this time. It was all beef. It was beef and butter, and I feel good. Yeah, I feel good. Hi. Good morning. Just wanted to give an update that yesterday for dinner, I did end up eating until I felt comfortably full, which put me, I did end up weighing everything though, because I was just curious, like, how much meat is it going to take? And all I ate yesterday was meat. There were no keto snacks. It was 2,200 calories. So 100 more calories-ish than my absolute max for the day, which is 2,100 calories. Is that it? Is that really it? And then when I got on the scale this morning, my weight is the same. I didn't even gain anything. It was still 237.2. So, I mean, maybe if I just eat a little bit more, not be so obsessed with the calories and more with what's my body really wanting and satiating, maybe that's the move. Good morning. Happy Friday morning. This is like a special bonus day because my husband and I both have the day off. He's just normally off. I took the day off so I could celebrate his birthday with him. And we are kicking off this morning with a workout. He may join me a little bit later and curl with me. I don't know. One of his birthday presents was a curl bar. So that's cool. He's getting into fitness kind of. So yeah, I'm just gonna do probably a Kaylee Cohen lifting workout. I'm gonna be like, this is just to get my body into the motion, into the movement. I haven't lifted at all this past week. It's been really rough adapting to being on very, very low carbs, less than some days it was 3, some days it was 7, some days it was 12. So I've been getting used to eating that amount of carbs, and that has been there's been a lot of different adaptation stuff. All that to say, I'll talk about that at a different time, but all that to say, it's time to lift. I've been missing it. My body needs it, but I'm just not going to be pushing myself very hard today. I just, again, want to get into the movements, just feel the kind of the blood, feel the pump get into my muscles. And I'm looking forward to this, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So I'm going to switch this over to time lapse, and we're going to get to working out in my dirty little garage gym.
What I did not tell you is that I decided on this very day after I worked out that I am going carnivore. So, as of March 22nd, your girl has been on the carnivore diet.
Look at me, I'm outside of my house. We're on an outing. We're going to run some errands. The thing that's most exciting is for me a couple things. I'm going to see if I can find some coffee creamer that is maybe collagen based. So that way I don't have to keep drinking the almond milk that I have been, and I can still stay away from milk and dairy because I think that's been contributing to the whole acne skin issue thing. And then we're going to go grocery shopping. So I will show you what I can while we're out. But look at me, I'm out in the world. It's pretty exciting. We're going to do it live. Y'all want to see my meat haul? I'm going to show you. Let me take the camera and just bring it on down here. There we go. All right. So we, for the most part right now, are getting farm fresh eggs from a guy that my husband works with. And so he's charging $6 a dozen these days. I did go ahead and get some beef liver because it has lots of good for you stuff in it, lots of vitamins and stuff. And I would like to try cooking it maybe in bacon grease, seeing if that's any good. I did get a pork shoulder butt roast. I got 8 pounds of that. I'm gonna make this on the smoker, so really looking forward to trying out maybe a new rub this weekend. That'll be fun. What else do we get here? This is all from Walmart, by the way. Most of this is from Walmart. We did get, this is a blend of beef and pork. So 3 pounds of that, got some shrimp. Look at this big boy. How much is this? 10 pounds of ground beef. Yeah, we got 10 pounds of ground beef. It's the 73.27. And we're going to store quite a bit of it in the freezer, but this is definitely for my husband and I to share. He is going to eat some of this. I also got a chuck roast. Really like to cube that and cook that up in the air fryer. That is a really good way to eat it. I smoked one last week and it turned out really good that way too. In fact, I don't think I even told you guys about that because I smoked it and it tasted so good. I literally just gobbled it all down in like 2 days. Some lemons. I hear that this helps with oxalate dumping, which I think I'm having problems with. I'm definitely having some keto flu type of issues going on. These are from Aldi. These are cheddar brats, which don't have amazing perfect ingredients, but they do have really good macros and they taste really good. In the morning, I like to burn them on my cast iron skillet and eat them with some fried eggs. And then butter from Aldi, super important. Got some pork rinds. This tahini flavor is really good. I tried them last week and then I had to get 2 bags this week. Some, I call it fart water. but it's some sparkling water that doesn't have sweetener in it, just natural flavors. I got lime and strawberry, bubbly. I haven't had bubbly in a while, but I think it's pretty good. I don't know. I don't really remember. I also went to Natural Grocer and I picked up some collagen, some hydrolyzed collagen, and I got this because I don't want to put heavy whip or milk in my coffee as a creamer right now. And so what I'm hoping is that I can use this as my coffee creamer and replace it with the almond milk that I'm currently using, so that basically I'm mostly carnivore. I'm eliminating a lot of different, I just want to eliminate a lot of variables, and do an elimination diet type thing, and just, I don't know, just in case I'm having any kind of issues with that. Maybe it's the almond juice that's giving me issues in my joints. I don't know. Maybe it's the almond milk that's making me tired. I don't know. So I'm just gonna eliminate that variable and use this for my coffee creamer. I will let you know how that goes. Last thing that I got that's not a grocery item, but it is related to all this, is I got a blood glucose monitor. I really wanted to do a continuous glucose monitor, but the only one that I found that was like less than $100 was $50, and it was on Amazon, and you could use an app for it, but you had to have an iPhone, and I don't iPhone anything. I don't Apple anything. So this is just the one where you do the, you know, the little pricks on your finger and you can test your blood sugar, but this one does have an app. I don't know if it's any good, but it was the only one at Walmart that had an app. And so that is why I got this one. That way I don't have to write down all of my readings every time I get them. And that's it. That's my grocery haul.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next week for my first full week of eating carnivore.